So with Star Wars The Force Awakens, of course, upon us, we've had some times to view it multiple times. Some of us, way more than others. And we've been kind of going into the movies. I've lately explained, who the First Order is and all that. And now one of the big mysteries that we don't know anything about is Supreme Leader Snoke. We don't know absolutely nothing about this character. That is, until you actually read the novel for it, which actually goes into the book a little bit more and describes some of the stuff that will be, happening. So we can actually take some of that info and kind of extrapolate some of the stuff that's said in it and kind of get a broader picture of who this character is besides just Andy Serkis and mocap. So the book is not going to answer the question you probably want, which is he actually that tall and is he a Sith? But what it does give us actual insight into is how long he's been around. Now the book actually reveals that Snoke has been acting behind the scenes for quite some time. He was actually present all throughout the original trilogy. And just like in the movie, in the book, there's actually multiple conversations that Kylo Ren has with Snoke. Now, in these conversations, Snoke goes into detail about some of the past, and one of the things he mentions is that he's actually had other apprentices before, Ben Solo. So we can clearly tell that this guy has been trying to do something for a while, it just never worked out. So this is going to be a direct quote from the book. It is far more than that. It is where you are from, what you are made of, the dark side and the light. The finest sculptor cannot fashion a masterpiece from poor materials. He must have something pure, something strong, something unbreakable with which to work. Now, obviously, when you read that quote, it kind of tells you what he's saying. Ben came from pure light. He was training to be a Jedi, and he fell. He came to the dark side, but his training isn't necessarily complete, so he wants to sculpt him in the exact image, into a masterpiece that he sees fit. Which it sounds like, this is the first time he's done that and doesn't necessarily represent any of the other apprentices he's had before, because it sounds like those were just, already terrible people. They weren't like Vader. They didn't fall from greatness to become something evil. Now, also during this conversation, Snoke reveals to Kylo that he actually saw the Galactic Empire rise and fall, and that he knew that Darth Vader was Luke's father. And throughout the book, it's actually implied that Snoke was, heavily involved throughout the trilogy, but that he has a very big interest in the Skywalker family lineage. Which then brings us to talk about, the entire Star Wars franchise and how exactly is Snoke tied to everything. I mean, if he lived through the rise and fall of the Galactic Empire, that means he's been around for at least 50, 60 years, to see it truly rise and descend and everything, then come crashing down. He knew who Darth Vader was, he knew who Luke Skywalker was and where he came from, which implies that he had a bigger picture. Now, obviously a lot of people have already been talking, speculating, could he be Darth Plagueis or something like that? I personally don't believe that one. I think he's going to be a totally original character, but we just don't know at this point. So I hope this kind of clears it up for you guys a little bit. So let me know your guys' thoughts down below. So thank you for watching the video. And if you guys like what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, check out some of these other great videos we have on the channel. Just click the annotation right there. It'll take you to them. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a good one.